fans. I am back. I have kind of been neglecting my duties, but we are back. I am doing a marathon of videos today. Now, not only am I recording on this device here, but I am recording on this device here. This is my infrared camera. I am a little washed out because I have the light on. But I have noticed that when I have started recording in infrared, like that, you see a lot of cool things that you are not seeing on this camera here. So I'm going to keep that camera going as I am recording with this camera. And if I see anything really cool happening around me here, we're going to be playing on that one. And then we will cut back to this one for certain other details. One of the reasons why I'm doing both recordings is because sometimes the audio is not great on this one, especially if I'm at a distance. So I have to keep my voice up. I have to remember to do that. In the meantime, let's start talking. So I have this spirit. This spirit actually took a long time to get. I had ordered 2 Asian dolls, and it literally took the package 3 weeks to get to me. It was ridiculous. And after about a week and a half, I noticed it's like kind of lost in the system. It wasn't being tracked anymore. I've had this happen before, so I thought maybe it's a spirit, because if spirits really don't want to go someplace, they will drag their feet, sabotage a sale. So I thought, okay. So I did a summoning, and there was one spirit attached to, I had 2 dolls, there was one spirit attached to one. And I said, listen, are you delaying this shipment? And the spirit said yes. And I said, okay. I said, so I guess you don't want to come here. And the spirit said no. And I said, okay, well, here's the deal. I'm like, I really want these dolls. I bought these dolls. I didn't know you were attached to it. But there are other options for you. So, and I showed this spirit the options that she has available to her. And I said, listen, if you let the dolls come to me, you don't have to stay here. We can do something else for you. And the spirit was like, okay. And I finally got the dolls. So this spirit says that they are of I really haven't talked to the spirit too much. This spirit says that they are of Asian descent. I really like the doll. That's why I bought the dolls. I didn't know that there was a spirit attached to it. They were not being sold as haunted. I said, you know, if you want to keep your doll, I'll part with it. But this spirit said that they are amenable into going into a different doll. And I've actually been looking for a spirit that would be interested in bonding with this. I handmade this doll. It is made of felt. There's a lot of details to the doll, though. I did a lot of work on this doll. It's kind of like a cross between a geiko and a mako. Simply because of all the hair ornaments and the makeup on it. But everything else is kind of geiko. So I haven't talked to this spirit yet. Do I have anything going on here? No, okay. So I really haven't talked to this spirit yet, so I'm going to talk to this spirit right now. So I'm going to ask, come on over. Okay. And this spirit does have some strong energy reading to it. So, yeah, this spirit has some strong energy. So now you said you are of Asian descent. Yes. What part of Asia are you? She said she's from China. Oh God, I can't pronounce that. It starts with an X. Xech. I can't pronounce it. I will, because I have to do like this marathon of videos, I will look it up and I will post that in the description on eBay. And I will double check to make sure it's right. But she is from China. It's in It's like a plain. It's not like the hills of China. It's on a plain. Yes. She did live to old age. I can see her. She is elderly. I'm trying to get her name, but her name is... Now, can you write in English? No. No. You can understand it. Can you speak English? She can understand English, but she can't speak English. And that's why I'm having trouble getting her name. I do have spirits that can translate. I don't know if they can translate from Chinese. Mahu? Are you able to translate from Chinese? Simon? Simon, can you translate Chinese? So are you saying in Chinese her name is Lily? Okay. So in Chinese her name is Lily. So that's what we will call her. We will call her Lily. So, Simon, I guess I'm going to need you to stay here and translate. Because she can't speak, English. So I guess I'm going to need you to translate for me. Okay. Can Lily tell me about herself and her life? I see, like, horses and a stable. Okay? And what about the horses in the stable? Did her family have a farm? Okay, her family had a farm. Okay. What else? Let me move this over here. What else? She's very attracted to this doll. Did she become a geisha in life? That would explain why she had no problem jumping dolls. So she did become a geisha. No, she couldn't have. That was in Chinese. That was that's Japanese, and she was from. Is she from China? She is from China. Oh, okay. A concubine. Concubine. That's what it was. Now, did she become a concubine to, like, a local lord, or was it the emperor? He's saying landowner. So I'm guessing, like, maybe, you know, there's, like, maybe, was he attached to the royal court? Okay. Because really, the landowners there, they were kind of, like, granted land from the emperor, so that would make sense. Okay. So she was a concubine. Did she ever have children? No. She lived until old age, so okay. me ask, when you become a concubine, are you sold? No. No. You're chosen. Okay, you're chosen. And your family doesn't receive anything for... No. I heard no worry. Is that what she said? No worry? No worry. Is she saying no worry because when she becomes a concubine, she's taken care of, and that's one less child her family has to worry about and feed and clothe and... Okay. Alright. Lily, do you want... Is there anything else that you really want to talk about in your life? No. She didn't have children. She was a concubine. One of many. How many? How many were... like 38? Did you receive an education as a concubine? I didn't think so. Because she's kind of murky on it. She's like, she knows how to count a little bit, but she never received any type of education. So she's like a lot, like 30, like 40. She doesn't like really understand numbers too much because she wasn't educated. And as a concubine, she didn't need to be educated. She wasn't a great woman out in the world. So, okay. So, what kind of home do you want to go to, Lily? Peace, harmony. I see like a lotus flower. Does that mean for Buddha? Okay. So you'd like to go to somebody that practices Buddhism? Or at least understands Buddhism. She doesn't want to be with a witch. Nope. She's looking for a peaceful home, a harmonious home. It's a little too crowded here for you, isn't it? Little too much going on. Yes. Now, do they have to practice Buddhism for you? Okay. So you don't have to be an open Buddhist. You don't have to practice Buddhism. But you have to know enough about it to help her honor certain Buddhist traditions. Right? Did I get that right? She would like to observe, I guess, we Catholics call it feast days. Feast days of Buddhism. She would like the opportunity to practice and worship and reflect on those days. So you don't have to be a Buddhist, but you have to allow her to be a Buddhist, and you have to help her celebrate those days. So that's what she's looking for. And I'm a bad witch. I don't even I have trouble remembering to celebrate the pagan holidays, never mind anything else. So so that's pretty much... Lily doesn't really have too much to say. Lily just wants a home that's going to be peaceful, harmonious, that will help her celebrate. I don't know that you would get a lot of activity out of her. If you understand Chinese... Now, are we talking Simon, does she speak Mandarin? Does she speak... Is it Cantonese? Okay, so you could speak Cantonese, or because if you're psychic, if you can hear her, if you can speak Cantonese, that would help. You know, it might actually work too if you had like a Google Translate on your phone. That might be something as well. You know, she could work. She understands English. She understands what I'm saying. So she can give you yes, no answers. She will talk to you. She will talk to you. She definitely has a very strong presence. Lily, did you want to do anything, you know, besides just be? Did you want to do anything special? Do you want like to be a Reiki healer, maybe? You'd be interested in that? Okay. Now, do you currently know any of the Chinese like healing arts? Oh, you do. Oh, she does. Oh, so she already knows all that. Okay. So you just need the extra power. Yes. She just needs the extra power. So you want to work as a healer. Okay, Lily. Okay. That sounds good. That sounds good. Okay. So as you can see, she can understand what I'm saying to her. She understands English. She just doesn't really speak it. Because she wasn't exposed to it. Although she's been... Lily, can you tell me what year you were born? Do you know what year you were born? She thinks. Did you say you think it was 1838? She thinks it was 1838. She's not sure. She said 1836 or 1838. It's one of those. Yeah. She's not sure. Because they don't mark it, they don't mark the passing of the years the same way they do. Of course, like Chinese New Year happens, you know, later than our New Year. They mark it by like, you know, the year the you know, the year of the boar, the year of this. They don't really, especially back then when they were holding on to their traditional Chinese beliefs still, and they were still kind of like isolated from the rest of the current world, like England, America. It was very different. It was still kind of the feudal system. So it was a very different time for them. So she, obviously girls were not educated. They were not expected to be educated. So she has some different, she does try to adapt. She understands that the world has changed, and she understands that, basically the way, her way of life is gone. And she's tried to learn, she has tried to learn as she's gone through the decades after she's passed, and she's observed. She is very observant. She's not stupid. She is not stupid. Just because she wasn't educated, she's not stupid. She has tried to adapt, which is saying a lot, because some spirits just, they don't want to. So she has tried to adapt and learn to accept things, and that's part of her Buddhist, really, I get that that's part of deep down in her core, because she was raised Buddhist. So she tries to adapt and accept things, which is very good. She is very kind. She is very quiet. Yeah. she's a small lady. She is. She's about, oh God, she's not even 5 foot. She's very tiny. And if she appears to you, you're going to see her. She's very elderly. She's very wrinkled. And her hair is just snow white. But she is very proper. As a concubine, she had to be very proper. So, yes, that is... She's very quiet. She's very proper. Very nice. So you're not going to get, like, crazy things going on in your house. First of all, that's not who she was in life, so she's not going to be that way in death. But she says she does understand healing herbs. She does understand the traditional Chinese healing arts. So she says that she would be more than happy to use that for anybody that needs some healing. And if you can actually understand Cantonese, that's even better, because not only could you converse more freely with her, but if you're able to hear her, then you'd actually be able to have a conversation with her instead of having a translator come. I mean, she did show me pictures. She is capable of showing me pictures, but if I need a more finite answer, I had to have him translate for me. So I don't really see anything going on over here. Everybody seems to be so quiet. They were so active earlier. So that is it for Lily. I will be placing her up on my eBay site as soon as I get this video edited. And I hope somebody would really love to have Lily in her home. It's very rare for me to actually find any type of spirit of Asian descent, whether it be Chinese or Japanese or Korean. Usually they do want to cross. They usually do not want to stay. But she has decided that she wants to stay, and she wants to still learn more about the world. And I think that was a big thing, because she didn't get an education, and she's kind of been teaching herself as she goes along after her death. And that's another fascinating thing about her. She wants to keep improving herself even though she's passed on. So that is that's it for this video with Lily, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.